Bottom to the top hoops, what we like to do is we like to basically put you on to what's going on. Creating highlight reels, what we are setting the platform up for. Kids that are not on the radar, where we can give them a look and get them a look, all right? And log on to that bottomtothetop.hoops.com.
Hey, what's going on? This is Eric Broadway Jones, Bottom to the Top Hoops City Legends, here sitting with the Hall of Famer, my man, Pete Mulligan, man. How you feeling?
Great, man. Good to see you, man.
Good, man. Always good to see you, man. First, definitely want to acknowledge and congratulate you on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Special honor, and I was able to be there to see, you know, you receive the accolade. So tell me a little bit about what that was like, and then we'll go into the story of how you got there.
Definitely. It was definitely nerve-wracking.
Okay.
You know, it felt like one of the biggest days, or bigger than most of the games I played in, even though I played in a lot. So it was a lot of anxiety, a lot of writing. I knew I wanted to give a speech and try to send a message. So.
Okay. So, you know, I know a lot of people came out and supported, and that was obviously cool. And you don't get into the Hall of Fame by just, you know, showing up and putting on a pair of sneakers. So, you know, you born and raised in Harlem, right?
Yep, Harlem on the rise.
So it's gotta support and shout out where you from in Harlem.
120th Street between Lenox and 7th. Yep.
Okay. So now, kid from Harlem, where did you grow up playing at?
I started early at Marcus Garvey Park, which is on 120th and 7th. I mean, Madison, sorry.
Okay.
Just a little kid bringing my ball out, you know, the OGs taking the ball, running fulls. My mom got to come yell at them.
Right.
And then Milbank. Before Milbank was popping with the whole Jelly Fam thing going. It was Kelsey Stevens, Wayne Banner, my first coaches.
Okay. And how do you go from a Harlem kid to coming uptown in Parkchester and wanting to go to, or being, you know, attracted to St. Raymond's? Obviously, it was a lot of momentum around that time with St. Raymond's and winning. And how tall were you and how good were you at that time?
6 foot in 8th grade.
Okay.
My mom always had a vision of me going to Catholic school.
Okay.
I was a little troubled as a public schooler, so she took me and put me in Mount Carmel for my 8th grade year.
Now it's starting to come together. Mount Carmel, we know the history and the rich tradition of basketball there. So you went to Mount Carmel, you probably won a championship.
Well, actually I didn't play.
Oh, you didn't play? Okay.
No, so it's a funny story. I've never had anybody in my life who kind of played for the Riversides or knew the basketball culture. So everything was new to me. So I went to Mount Carmel. I didn't know anything about the team. Andre Barrett, Calca, I didn't know anything about it.
Right,
so
but they were there.
They were there, here it goes. So I made the team initially, but I would always get cut from the Riverside of Gauchos. Me being a dumb kid, I'm so excited.
Not dumb, just unaware.
Young-minded, unaware. I always wanted to play with the Gauchos so bad. I skipped the practice to go to Gauchos tryout. Obviously the coach heard about it. Never put me back on the team. Told my mom, let him play JV with the 7th graders. You know, pretty much disrespected me, which caused me a lot of motivation. Right,
okay, cool. So basically you made a poor decision.
Yeah.
And you decided you wanted to go to this Gaucho tryout to make the team, and you figured you'd be playing on Mount Carmel, and you on the Gauchos. You popping now.
Yeah.
And then you wound up without either.
Yeah, but it was a blessing because Milbank was always home, and they were there to support me. I was able to play the local Children's Aid Society tournaments, the A75s, and I was able to have a big role. Where maybe at Mount Carmel, I'm probably gonna sit the bench.
It happens for a reason. It happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So now, fast forward, you go to St. Ray's.
Yeah.
What was it like in terms of why you picked there?
Yeah.
Obviously, your mom's wanted you in Catholic school, started at Mount Carmel. So was it like, okay, St. Ray's or nothing, or was it like, hey, St. Ray's or Hollows?
It was Rice, LaSalle, or St. Ray's. My big brother who picked me up he was in junior high school, I was in elementary school. Kylie played with Ron Artest. So I would go to LaSalle games
So you knew about the CHSAA? And all
I started going to his games in 8th grade. That's when I started learning about the whole Catholic school, big deal. Rice, when I touch Lenox Avenue, it's 4 blocks away. I can see Rice. So I kind of wanted that exploration of the city a little more.
Okay.
And when I went to St. Raymond's open house, you hear about the new gym, it's a no-brainer. Let's do it.
Oh, so hold on a second.
I'm on a 6 train with J-Lo. Me and J-Lo on a 6.
Did the new gym open in your first year?
Sophomore year.
Being built?
It was in the works. I knew that. Yeah.
I played in the old gym.
Yeah.
I played in the old gym with the seats behind the basket on the. Oh man, so
stuff a legend. I've heard about the old gym.
Listen, man, listen. That's in the past. So you get to St. Ray's, it's all kind of talent there. I believe at the time Majestic was there.
Yep. Shout out to Majestic.
Yeah. Charlton Clark was gone already.
He was gone.
Okay. So a whole bunch of talent in the building. What are you feeling like? Because I'm going to tell you, I came to St. Ray's in 1987. Me, Book, Orlando, Terrence Richard, freshmen, all together. I'm like, am I going to make this team? I'm coming from being a gaucho. I'm being supported and sponsored for tuition, but I'm asking myself, am I going to make the team here? And a lot of the guys who you speak to will have the same conversation. So what is your mentality coming in, seeing all these talented players, jerseys in the rafters, story program? What is your mentality?
I was gonna make the team. My mother, she talked to Mr. Scott beforehand.
Okay.
I went to the summer camp.
Okay.
Played decent enough, so
I
kind of knew I was gonna make freshman.
Okay, freshman team.
And
okay.
once
I thought I was playing varsity, but
right away.
I didn't know nothing.
Nah,
I wasn't recruited to go to St. Raymond's. But this ain't my interview. But go ahead.
I mean, one thing I learned about St. Raymond, everybody got to fall in line.
Facts.
I mean, no matter how good you were. Only person I hadn't seen fall in line, Isaiah Washington and Chuck Bryant. They were pretty much there and got to, do what you want.
Sid Wilson played freshman at varsity.
Sorry, Sid Wilson also.
So you're there, you make the freshman team, you playing freshman basketball. What kind of season you had?
I was still like a role player, still a nervous player at the time. Came off the bench, played a little bit.
Okay.
But I was still catching up.
Still growing a little bit?
Still growing. I probably grew to 6'2" at the time.
Okay.
Probably grew to 6'4" where I'm at now, maybe into my sophomore year.
Okay. So now sophomore year you play JV?
Play JV under Mr. Irelli, RP.
Yeah, man. So now you playing JV, still in the reserve role, or you starting now? Because
I really blossomed that year, in my opinion. A lot of people call me a late bloomer.
Listen, at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie, right?
Yeah.
So you step out and you're now in a more prominent role. You're playing JV basketball. What does that do for your confidence?
Oh, it skyrocketed. Mr. Irelli gave me the keys. I probably played the 4 undersized big man, but it was cool. I knew how to do a little bit of everything. Darnell Miller was our point guard. Okay. He developed into being my best friend, so getting the ball was never going to be an issue.
Okay.
I just had to, keep building that confidence.
Okay. So now, fast forward, you go into your junior year of high school.
Yeah.
Mentality, I'm playing varsity now. Now you're starting to get the reality of, now I want to be recruited. Who are you playing with AAU-wise at the time?
I'm playing with the Ravens.
Okay.
Coach to Caesar. Obviously, I don't think of him as a coach when looking back at it. He was a businessman.
Okay.
St. Raymond's was just one thing he had. Coaching St. Raymond's was one thing he had.
Right.
So he was a huge figure. Obviously, the godfather. He had the whole ABCD, the whole Adidas thing by being a director, being Sonny Vicario's right-hand man, underboss, whatever you want to call it. He coached St. Raymond's, and then he has his AAU team.
And he would later go on to have a Ravens college touring team.
Okay, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
So with that,
I was a GM, but go ahead.
So with that being said, my whole recruitment, all my dreams was in his hands.
Right.
I had no way around it. If I can't tell him.
That recruitment, the one thing Coach DeCesar did was he wanted to shield the players, and right, wrong, or indifferent, he felt like because he had the best interests of the players at hand, he wanted to put you in the best position possible because he had done it before, right? So it was really specific to each kid in his mind. So now your recruitment is going through him. It had to. That's the way it went at St. Raymond's. I don't know about any other schools.
That's what it was.
It was very controlled.
Yeah.
And, you know, for all of the guys that went to St. Raymond's that I've spoken to, it was very much that way. So you start to get attention. Are you starting in your junior year?
No, I'm not starting. I'm coming off the bench. We had Majestic as a senior. We had Carl Nickerson, who's a senior. We had Greg Morton, who's a senior. They're going to dominate most of the minutes down low.
Okay, Greg Morton went to C Hall.
We had Chris McCray, rising sophomore, great high school talent. People forget Chris McCray was amazing as a freshman, sophomore.
Chris McCray is a year younger than you?
A year younger. So him and Jules are in that up-and-coming class. Julius Hodge, he's running around getting 40s on JV as a sophomore. They had to move him up 5 games in. Darnell Miller.
So wait a minute. I want to get this timeline right. Chris McCray and Julius are not in the same class either.
They are in the same class.
They're in the same class.
They're both a year younger than me.
Okay, got you. So you're a senior,
I'm a junior, they're sophomores.
Sophomore. Alan Ray is a freshman.
Alan Ray's on freshman at the time.
Okay, got you.
So
a lot of talent in the building.
A lot of talent. So we're all pretty much fighting for scraps. It's Majestic show. Win or lose. We lost. It's his show though.
I mean, that's how it is in St. Raymond's. Like when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah, so it's Majestic time, lead us or not.
McDonald's All-American.
McDonald's All-American. Can't take it away from him.
Yep.
Gary D, you know, obviously with his many hats, he made that happen for him.
So you are now a junior and you're coming off the bench, right? What is your mentality? How are you feeling about recruitment? You know, where you want to be, where you see yourself, frustration? Where's your mindset?
I was getting nervous about it, but the thing about me, and I think, you know, certain coaches took advantage of, they knew Pete's going to play hard regardless.
Okay.
You put Pete out there, he's going to play hard.
Okay.
So I was getting nervous because I started getting that, what I felt was undeserved, undersized big man.
You're putting in that box.
In that box, when it was like, yo, me and Darnell work out every day. I work out on the same stuff, but my role is to come in and play hard. I'm going to do what my role is. I'm going to try to help us win.
You don't have a choice, really.
You don't have a choice, yeah.
And you were part of arguably one of the best programs in the country. And I think, with that being said, not enough kids understand being a basketball player, you have to be able to adapt to your situation.
That's a big thing.
For a young kid who's 15, 16 years old, you couldn't understand it then, but you aren't really a basketball player till you understand how to play all positions on the court.
No question, no question.
So now, fast forward to the senior year. This is when it starts to get interesting, right?
Yeah.
How do you go from a guy who's coming off the bench to leading the team to a championship to becoming Mr. Basketball? Did the work ethic change? Did people just notice you differently? Did your confidence change? What was the turning point for you to be able to say, it's my time?
It was like the perfect storm of events that allowed it to happen. Not being recruited, I got recruited by 2 schools, LIU, Brooklyn, and UMBC, that just beat Virginia last year in the tournament.
Right.
It was 2 things, 2 major things. I never forget Gary D that summer pulling me and Darnell aside and he said, you're not going to ABCD camp. It broke my heart, and it still hurts not to have that experience.
Right.
And then the meeting with UMBC before the season started, he told me to sign. You know, he said, you need to take this. All the schools saw you. They don't like you. You're an undersized big man. If you want to, we're going to be horrible this year, he said. If you want to play Division I basketball, you need to take this scholarship.
Okay.
So, you know, all the rage from getting cut all the time, getting cut from Mount Carmel, them laughing at me for
So
not
you had 2 choices. This is understand.
At the time, now.
No, but look.
Yeah.
On the show, we want to be able to teach.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
Yeah.
You as a student athlete were faced with a reality that somebody was giving you who felt like this was in the best interest for you.
Yeah.
Because, make no mistake about it, Gary Caesar's not doing this to say Pete's a bad player. He's saying, I got a kid into a Division I school, he's going to get a free education. In his mind.
Yeah.
In your mind, you feel like this is disrespectful. You don't know how good I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have 2 choices. Go in the hole or fight back.
Yeah.
And you fought back.
I fought back. I felt like the pressure was off. The one good thing about signing early, the pressure was off.
Okay.
I didn't have to worry about it. And on the court, I knew what it was. It was going to be a free-for-all. He didn't expect too much of us, and we were all about the same size. So obviously the undersized big man.
Let's just call out who they are. My man Matt Augustin, Matt Locke, right?
Matt Locke, who.
My man D Miller.
D Miller, 6'5" point guard.
Yeah. We got Jules Hodge.
Julius Hodge, 6'5".
Jules of Harlem, right?
Of Harlem.
We got Chris McCray.
Chris McCray, another 6'5" guy, guard forward.
And Mr. Basketball.
And Mr. Basketball himself.
So now.
Hold on, I can't leave out Alan Ray. A young Alan Ray was special at St. Raymond's as a sophomore.
Super. So. And y'all had some other talent on the team as well, but those were the main characters on the team. So now y'all had to come together in a special way to be able to compete against Rice, to be able to compete against Hollows and Hayes and all of these schools. And what was your team's DNA? What was the character of the team?
It was just hunger, and it's still the best team I ever played on. The best.
Do you feel like that's missing a little bit now?
It definitely is missing. Nobody wants to fight through the adversity no more.
Everybody's ready to. So you had another opportunity. You could have left St. Ray's.
Could have left St. Ray's. I could have finished and went prep. I could have went JUCO. It was a lot of things I could have did.
But what you did was you stayed in the fight.
Definitely, I stayed in the fight. I love St. Raymond's. Obviously, one thing great I could say about Gary D, we were a national program. The motivation was there. The jerseys were on the wall. The gym was new. Like, it was opportunity. You know, the resources on the court. I just had to get on the court.
So this is what I tell kids. One of my sayings is, I don't believe in luck. I believe when preparation meets opportunity, you have a chance to do something special. So if you fail a test, you didn't fail it because it's bad luck. You failed because you were unprepared.
Yes.
Right? So you got the test, and your opportunity met the preparation that you spent hours in the gym, and you could show up, but then you got to show out.
Definitely.